Thank you all for coming today. Obviously this is a special week. We're playing Southern Miss here at the Liberty Bowl. We get to play them in the afternoon, which is a little bit different than what we've done the rest of the year. But most importantly, we get a chance to celebrate 16 seniors in their last game representing the Memphis Tigers. Those 16 kids have all been at this university kind of for different amounts of time. A couple of them are one-year guys. Some of them are junior college guys, and some of them are guys that have been here since their senior year in high school. But all of them have played a big role in what we're trying to accomplish and what we're trying to build. So we're going to do everything we can to make sure we celebrate their career and send them off the right way. Obviously, we're playing Southern Miss. Much has been made about their record. I can assure you, after watching them on film on both sides of the ball for hours at a time, that they are more than capable football team. They have talent across the board. They can scare you in very, very many ways. We will have to do a great job in preparation through the entire week in order to play these guys. So, that being said, I'll be happy to answer any questions y'all have. They've got skill players everywhere, from wide receivers to running backs. Obviously, they've played several quarterbacks. Defensively, they have a defensive end that I haven't seen anybody block yet. They can run. They've got size. They've got as good of talent as anybody you'll see in this league. Go ahead.
How do you keep the team from looking at that record?
Well, we're not in a position to judge anyone in our program right now. I think we've got to make sure that we focus on ourselves and our preparation. I hope that our kids understand or enjoy the feeling of a job well done, which is what they've accomplished the last 2 weeks, and I hope we can continue to prepare like that and practice like that and in turn play like that. But we have to make it pretty clear that that this team has the ability to highlight your deficiencies very easily, and we have to make sure that we do a great job in preparation. And
going back to the defensive line, we're talking about Jamie Collins. Is there anything particular y'all are going to try and do to just keep him from getting in the backfield this week?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want them to know, not because I don't want you to know. But we'll have to have some long conversations about him because he's that kind of talent. He just makes plays all over the field. He's got length. He can run. He seems to be a very savvy football player. So, yeah, we'll have to have a plan for how we're going to handle him.
I know you're not big on looking back in the past or anything like that, but to keep guys maybe focused on avoiding the 0-11 look with Southern Miss, do you bring out last year's tape and say, listen, this team, it's not like they graduated 40 kids off that team. By and large, it's basically the same team.
Well, we're not going to bring out the tape, but we certainly can highlight. Our kids have been on the field with these guys before. They know how talented they are, and I brought that up to them yesterday. You guys have all been on the field against these guys. You understand, that they have talent. I also said, think about how far we've come since that time and the opportunity that we have in front of us. Now, it's nothing more than that than opportunity. We have to go make the most of it. But I don't think there's anything wrong in trying to use their frame of reference to highlight your point. Well, I mean, there's all sorts of things going around. So, yeah, yes, very dangerous. I mean, when you take a team that's got talent like that, and receivers and running backs and defensive guys that can change the football game, they're very dangerous. I mean, I think our kids know that we'll have to play well to have a chance.
Can you talk a little bit about Brandon's performance last week? You know, he averaged over 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, Brandon has been, I think, offensively a catalyst for some of our success. You know, some of the mild success we've had offensively, I think, is due to his ability to run the ball and be kind of a steady force for us. You know, he has really worked hard. He comes to work every day, practices very well. Is really the prototypical kid that you want in your program. And I'm awfully proud of him and happy for him to have this success. It's a true story of what a lot of hard work and a little bit of talent can do for you. So he's been absolutely huge for us down the stretch.
Along those lines, what was your impression of him? I mean, here he comes, he shows up, and you don't even give him Memphis stuff, you give him that black and white, which is what you do with a lot of these walk-ons. I mean, did you ever envision this path?
No. You know, but the thing I'll tell you this is we give every one of those guys an opportunity once they earn it. And so I don't think no is the answer. No, I didn't envision this. It certainly was possible given where we're at and his outlook on life and his work ethic. But, I just didn't know him. You know, I didn't know him as a person. I didn't know him as a football player. So, those things take a little bit of time. And, sometimes I'm a little slow. And, through time and repetition, it became fairly obvious.
Defensively, you just talked about, I know the last 3 teams you played as far as stopping the run, some of them better running teams like what you guys put together.
Well, they've done a great job. From the defensive staff to the kids, buying into the plan and executing the plan. When we put the team first, when we execute, and when we play hard, then we have a chance to be pretty darn good on defense. And you've seen that the last 2 weeks. You've seen those kids put the team first on every snap, whether it be execution or discipline to do right. You've seen them execute the play called, the coverage called, the stunt called, and you've seen them play awfully hard. And when we do those 3 things, we have a chance to be pretty special defensively. And I think the kids are starting to understand that.
Just curious, the team plans for Thanksgiving Day?
I'm sorry, could you say it again?
Just curious of the team plans on Thanksgiving
We'll practice Thursday morning, our normal Thursday practice. We'll go through our normal Thursday meetings, but usually we do them after school. Obviously, there's no school on Thursday, so we'll do them in the morning. And then after practice, we'll come off the field and everybody will get cleaned up, and we'll go over to the Holiday Inn here on campus and all have a nice meal together. And then I think it's at 1 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, and then we'll dismiss them to do family-oriented things or whatever it is they'd like to do the rest of the day, and then we'll have a normal Friday routine.
And what is Coach thankful for on Thanksgiving?
What am I thankful for? I have a lot of things to be thankful for. Obviously, my family. I'm thankful to have this opportunity to influence young people, to coach at this university and represent this community. I don't take that lightly, and I hope people understand that. So, between family and our opportunity to influence young people, I'm a pretty lucky guy.
Justin, can you talk about your thoughts on especially your 4-year, 5-year seniors, and what they've been through having to change coaching staff?
Well, I appreciate them. This is the first thing that comes to mind. I just appreciate their open-mindedness. I appreciate the fact that they have. I hope that they appreciate that we have opened it up and decided that we do not. It's not that we don't care, but we don't discriminate. We don't care. We understand where you're coming from, but we just want to make this as good as we can. And I'm awfully proud of the way they've handled it. I know they've been through a lot. I know they've been through a bunch of different ways to coach, a bunch of different ways to teach, a bunch of different ways in the off season, and all the things that go into a football program. But most of all, the thing that comes to mind is just being appreciative of them and their attitude and their work ethic. And I start to see them really start to understand not just what it's like to be a senior, but what it's like to be a senior for us or for this staff, and start to influence the young people young people on our team in a positive manner. And I'm very appreciative of that. And it's hard on those guys because they want to do it, but they're just not sure how because they don't know us very well. And through time, they start to figure out the staff and start to realize kind of how we want them to shepherd the young people. And we're starting to see that right now, which is a great sign.
Coach, for the guys that will be back, how significant of a psychological game would it be to finish this season on a 3-game?
Well, I just think, would it be? I'm not going to hide from it. Yes, we want to win the ball game, and do I think it's big? Yes, they're all big, but we're going to springboard into the off season no matter what happens on Saturday. But would I like to go ahead and win and really kick the thing off? Absolutely. So I think we've started to build some momentum from a program standpoint, from a confidence standpoint, from a accountability standpoint, and starting to see those guys reap a little bit of reward for that is important as well.
You don't have a yogurt cup or a bag of chips, but would you like to make a sales pitch to the Memphis community to get out and support the
Well, I would absolutely, yeah. Not only we have 16 seniors, we have an entire group of young men that have really worked hard to represent this city. I think we've gotten better every single week, and I just would love to see them out at the Liberty Bowl Saturday afternoon. We've got an afternoon game. Everybody tells me the weather's going to be beautiful. I think it's a great time to come out and celebrate all the things that we are thankful for, and come out and cheer these boys on.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet.